Hi everyone, tonight I am doing stuffed acorn squash, so I thought I would share the recipe with you. And I've already browned off my sausage. You can use a pork sausage if you want. I'm using the homemade turkey sausage that I have. You'll need 2 acorn squash cut in half, and you'll want to baste those with either some olive oil or butter, salt and pepper them, and put a little sage and put them in the oven at 400 for about an hour until they're tender. And then I have mushroom, celery, and onion chopped fine. And this is for 2 squashes. I'm only doing 1, but I'm going to give you the recipe for 2. So it'll be 1 rib of celery, 2/3 cup onion finely chopped, 4 ounces of mushrooms chopped, and 2 apples cored and chopped, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, half a teaspoon of sage, salt and pepper to taste. So I've already cooked my sausage. I have my veggies prepped, and then you'll need 1 egg and some parsley, about 2 tablespoons beaten into the egg. So I've already cooked my squash. It's in the oven. I have browned my meat. It calls for butter, but I used olive oil and just a little pat of butter, and I'm going to add my vegetables to that. So that's my celery, onion, and mushroom. I'm going to add that. And you'll want to, if you use pork sausage, you'll want to drain the fat off of that. So you'll want to cook these until they're tender. That won't take very long because they are chopped pretty small, and you probably can't see a thing. So let me move you. How's that? Sorry. And don't worry if the mushrooms absorb all the liquid when they cook. It'll release that liquid back into the pan. A lot of people will add more, but you don't have to do that. When it absorbs it, it gets it back. Once these are pretty soft, see, the juices are coming back into the pan. So once these are tender, you will add your apple. And this is a Macintosh. You can use whatever you like. A little hint about apples: if you chop up an apple and it does not turn brown, it's GMO. Just so you know. So you'll saute these for about 2 minutes. Dog's gonna get an apple. Shot that right out of the pan. Move everything else over. This is pretty fast. The longest part is baking the squash. And I'm just shooting my veggies all over the place. I just love doing dishes and scrubbing my stove constantly. Goodness. Turn that down. Then you'll add your sausage back. and that's 1 pound. If you're doing the full recipe, I've just cut the recipe in half because I don't think my husband and I could eat a whole squash. If you wanted to make extra, you could always take it for lunch. And then you add your breadcrumb, and that's 1 cup for the full recipe. I'm using a 1/2 cup. I'm going to add a little bit of sage. Smidge. Pepper. And my Himalayan salt. And I think I will add just a little smidge more of butter because it's really dry. Trying to keep my husband off the butter. And this recipe calls for, I think it's 2 tablespoons of butter melted. So add a little bit of olive oil. And that's it. As soon as it's all mixed up, we will add the egg mixture. I need to get my squash out of the oven. And this will moisten up even more as the apples cook, so don't worry if it looks dry. Those apples will bring this stuffing right together for you, and the egg. Turn this off, make a space here for my squash. I know, nothing happening, dead air, bad thing on YouTube, right? Move you back over here, and I brush this with just a little olive oil and seasoned it with salt and pepper. I'm going to now add this egg mixture to the stuffing. With the parsley. If you want, you can transfer it to a bowl so you don't scramble your egg. Seem to be doing okay. Still throwing things around. Just fold it together. And then you fill your squash. Stuff that in there. You'll really want to pack it in there because this is going to be a full meal for us. You could make a salad with it. I still have some panzanella salad in there. It's hot. This makes quite a bit of filling. This is just half the recipe. And I think what I'll do is put the rest of this stuffing, dressing, whatever you want to call it, in a ramekin. Made quite the mess, didn't I? And you'll want to put this back in the oven for 20 minutes until everything is set and your apples are tender, and you do want this slightly mounded. So yeah, just pop that in the oven for 20 minutes, and you can top it when it comes out with some shredded Romano, parsley, what have you. So I will be back when these come out of the oven. Okay, here it is. You see that? I just sliced up some tomatoes, and you do need to bake that covered. So if you want to put that in a casserole dish and bake it, you can. I covered it with foil. So it says, the recipe says, when you use the pork sausage to save 2 tablespoons of the drippings for your vegetables. I had no drippings with the turkey sausage, but even if I used pork, I would have dumped that out. So I used olive oil and then the 2 tablespoons of butter drizzle over the top when you put it in. I use part butter and olive oil. I'm trying to cut back on the fats. So if you have any questions, let me know. If the recipe wasn't coherent enough, let me know, and I will type that in the description. So yeah, I hope you like the recipe, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and you can grate some Romano cheese on that too if you like. So I will talk to you later, and have a great day. Bye.